this is going to be a difficult game. This is going to be a test. Concerned. I don't know if I'd say Oklahoma should be a favorite. They're a favorite for a reason. But if you don't play well, you can get beat in this game at home. I think this is the toughest of the two games remaining. No disrespect to LSU. I think Missouri's a good football team, and I think Eli Drinkwitz is a very good football coach. They've got good players, and especially if Bo Perbula's back this week, I think that makes him a much more difficult team to deal with. Just a veteran presence that's been there. Ahmad Hardy we're talking about hard to kill. He's hard to tackle. Boy, good luck trying to get a piece on him. He's very, very difficult, and they run this outside zone stretch, and they run as well as anybody in the country. They love the outside zone. They set up play action off of it. They'll also run some inside zone. And Ahmad Hardy, he's got power, he's got speed, contact balance, and he's got really good vision. He's able to cut it back, and he's going to find, if you overcommit and you leave the back door open, he's going to take advantage of it. And I think the defense is really good, Dari. I think that, their edges, they're going to test and challenge Oklahoma. I think that their edges are better than what they faced the last two games. Zion Young is a dude. He's a grown man. He's been playing college football for a while, and he's highly productive and can get after it. Damon Wilson, he can go. He can flat out rush the quarterback off the edge. I think Chris McClellan on the interior, big number 5 inside, is a nice player. And if you haven't seen Josiah Trotter play at linebacker, he reminds you of his dad.
Yep.
So, again, I'm not trying to paint some picture that Oklahoma's got to play good. Like, everything I said is very real. Like, everyone should have a sense of euphoria from Saturday. You beat Bama in back-to-back years. Like, you're proving yourself. You go into Neyland, you go into Bryant-Denny Stadium, you walk out with wins in back-to-back games. That's big-time stuff now. But, that's gone. Missouri's coming. And Missouri's coming, and they believe they can win this game. And, look, there's no love lost between these two. These two programs currently right now where they sit, you go back to last year's game, there's been some, whether it's Caden Green or some other players, there's been some back and forth with players. And, I think Missouri, they get an extra chip on their shoulder when it comes to Oklahoma. And they would love nothing more than to come into Norman and spoil Oklahoma's college football playoff opportunity. So it's just it's a game that you've got, this is the challenge in college football. Being able to enjoy, recognize what you just did on a given Saturday like you did in Tuscaloosa, flush it, throw it to the wayside, and then prepare just like you did that previous week for the next opponent. And that's what's going to be, paramount this week for Brent Venables and his team. Because if they do and they handle their business, and I think this defense can shut down Ahmad Hardy. I think this defense can give whatever quarterback all kinds of issues. But, you've got to go prepare and you got to play like that. And same offensively. Like the offense, I'd love to see them get back to, trying to find that rushing attack like we saw a little bit against Ole Miss, like we saw in Knoxville. Didn't see it as much in Tuscaloosa. To me, Dari, Oklahoma, if they play average in this game, I think they get beat. They've got to go play good. They've got to go play really good. Mm-hmm. And I think as long as they do, then they're going to walk out of the victory and be one win away from making the playoff. If they don't, there's going to be a lot of people upset on Saturday. So I hope I framed that properly. This is going to be a test, and it's going to be a challenge. Different than what they faced the last two games. But this is going to be – I think they're going to get Missouri's best shot. And I know if you just kind of look at the A&M game, you're like, oh, yeah, A&M blew them out. And, be careful doing the transitive properties stuff because I've watched every bit of that film. That's a 7-0 game going into halftime until there's a fumble that that A&M gets inside the 5-yard line and it goes up 14-0. They hit a fake punt in the second half, and that's how they kind of busted the game open. So, I got a lot of respect for Missouri. I know Coach Venables and his team will, but I don't think this is some layup line drill that we're going to have on our hands on Saturday. Oklahoma's going to have to go earn it to get themselves one win away from the playoff.